When you visit the site for the first time, you will go armed with the End User SPCS Swimming Pool Information for Audits and Quotes form. This one is in color. Everything that you see in light blue will be something that you should be able to get from the pool equipment or the pool operator or documents on site. Your operator should be able to tell you the hours of operation, when they open, when they close, the cost per kilowatt hour, the pool volume, and whether or not the facility is open all year or partial. And if it's a partial, the opening and closing dates. The year the facility was built just gives us an idea of how old the equipment might be. And then, of course, indoor or outdoor install is very important because an outdoor installation may require special enclosures. After you've got this form in your hand, you're going to need to collect a lot of data. So let's start with a good photograph of the pump and motor installation. This shows us the orientation of the pump and motor, lets us see how clean the facility is, lets us see what the inlet piping looks like, lets us see what the discharge piping. We can also get the return pipe size probably from this. The next image will be a pump nameplate. We want to be able to read the catalog number clearly, the serial number, and the design conditions in GPM and TDH along with the impeller diameter. The motor nameplate will give us the motor model number, the horsepower, the frame size, its rated voltage, and its rated amperage, along with nominal efficiency. Many of these nameplates will also give you down in this general area the enclosure type of the motor, either open drip proof or TEFC. The filter gauges will give us the influent and effluent pressures. This will help us determine what the differential is. It also shows us the operating point of the pump while we are on site. The flow rate off the flow meter will tell us what the GPM is, and we'll be able to compare that against the curve to see if the pump is operating correctly. We want to also take a moment and look at the site voltage. Let me zoom in on this for you so you can see a little bit clearer. So this is the overload block on the control panel where the pump is connected right now and it's running. The operator is being very careful and he's taking just two legs and he's measuring the voltage at 472.5 volts. Once you are done gathering up all of this information, the next thing you'll want to do is put it all down onto that form. Here's an example of a form that's been filled out with lots of additional information. It's missing a little bit, the kilowatt hours. If we don't know what those are, we will use a default value. On the bypass valve and the rate of flow valve, estimations, if you can do that. If not, we'll guesstimate it for you. And then the pool volume here will tell us, how many gallons per minute this pump should be rated for, and we'll compare and contrast that to make sure that everything is selected properly. This also has information on the filter and the type of filter, the number of tanks, and it also has a place to mark off whether we have the photos of everything or not.